A black man with $20 million. You must think I'm stupid. Elite National Bank, New York City lunch rush. Karen Ellis, branch manager, glares at the black man before her. Faded suit, old backpack. In her eyes, black skin and 20 million clash like fire and ice. She snatches his check, rips it clean in half, ensuring he sees every tear, then flings the shreds at his face. Fraudster crook. Get this black man out now. 15. White customers gawk as Marcus Johnson stands frozen. No one intervenes. The door swings open. Her boss rushes in, spots the confetti of paper, spots Marcus. His face pales to ash. Mr. Johnson. Sir. The room halts. Karen's boss just bowed to the man she degraded. Why? Who is Marcus Johnson? Hold on, because that single word just shattered her world. In 45 heart-pounding minutes, 15 witnesses will see her unravel as she learns who she hurled scraps at and why Sir arrived too damn late. This is raw. This ignites now. Good day, family. Welcome to another story. If this is your first time here, welcome to the family. This is Speak Black Stories. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for daily uploads. Your support means everything. Now, let's continue the story. 6:30 a.m. Harlem, New York City. Marcus Johnson's alarm cuts through the quiet like a blade. Same time. Every morning. Muscle memory from a decade of building something bigger than himself. He rolls out of bed, feet hitting cold hardwood, the way his late father used to. Deliberate. No hesitation. Down the narrow hallway, 10-year-old Lila is already at the kitchen counter. Backpack open, stuffing in a notebook and a half-eaten apple. She's making toast for him. Slightly charred edges. Perfect. Morning, Dad. Morning, baby girl. Marcus pours coffee, black, no sugar, the kind that tastes like resolve. He glances at the backpack. You packed extra pencils? 2 packs. And the new sharpener you bought. She grins, proud. Big day today? He nods, slow. Big day. Inside his worn leather backpack, zipped in a clear sleeve, one check, $20,000, made out to Marcus Johnson, signed by the CFO of Apex Ventures, dated yesterday. The sale of NeuralPath, his AI startup, closed at 11:47 p.m. last night after 5 years of 3 a.m. coding sessions, rejected pitches, and nights when doubt felt heavier than hope. He could have wired the money. Could have watched the balance appear on his phone from this very kitchen table. But there's something sacred about walking into a bank, laying a check on the counter, being treated like any other man who earned what he's carrying. His mother used to say it, "Don't let them make you invisible, Marcus. Walk in like the money is yours, because it is." She died when he was 20. His father followed 2 years later. The grief carved something permanent in him, the need to prove he belonged in every room he entered. That need drove NeuralPath from a laptop in this same apartment to clients in 12 states and a 9-figure exit. He kisses Lila's forehead. Love you. Be good for Ms. Rivera after school. Love you more. Don't let the bankers bore you to death. He laughs, soft. If she only knew. The drive downtown takes 23 minutes. Elite National Bank's flagship branch on 5th Avenue gleams, glass and marble, the kind of place that promises discretion and power. Noon rush, lunch hour suits everywhere. Marcus checks his watch, 12:08 p.m. Perfect. Witnesses matter. He pushes through the revolving doors. Cool air, scent of fresh ink and expensive perfume. Security camera blinks in the corner. Timestamp, 12:09:42. 3 teller windows, 5 service desks. Counter 4 is open. A woman in her mid-40s sits there. Navy blazer, name badge gleaming. Karen Ellis, branch manager. 16 years of service, according to the small gold pin. Marcus steps up, posture straight, voice even. Good afternoon. I'd like to deposit this check. He places it face up on the counter. $20,000. Clear, legitimate, fresh ink. Karen Ellis looks at the check, then at Marcus. Something shifts behind her eyes. Subtle, practiced. The look he's seen his whole life. The one that says, this equation doesn't compute. Black man, faded blazer, old backpack, $20 million. Error. She picks up the check between two fingers, like it might burn her. I'll need identification. Marcus slides his New York driver's license across. Current. Photo matches. She studies it longer than necessary, then types into her terminal. Pauses. Types again. Eyes flick between screen and face. Another form of ID? He hands over his passport. Valid. She holds it up next to his face. Deliberate. Public. A white woman in line behind him shifts, watching. And business documentation? Her tone is clipped now. Professional mask, cracking. Marcus opens the backpack. Business card. Marcus Johnson, founder and CEO, NeuralPath AI. Acquisition announcement from Apex Ventures, press release dated yesterday. Revenue statements, tax returns for 5 years. Here's everything. She barely glances. This amount requires additional verification. It's standard for large sums. Standard for who, Marcus thinks, but keeps his face neutral. Call Apex Ventures. Their CFO's direct line is on the card. Karen's smile tightens. We'll handle it through our fraud department. She picks up the phone, dials an extension. Security to counter 4, please. The word lands like ice water. Security. For a deposit. A broad-shouldered guard approaches. Badge, Robert Hayes. He stands a few feet back. Presence as warning. Karen picks up the check again, looks Marcus dead in the eye. Then, slowly, deliberately, she tears it down the middle. The rip echoes in the sudden hush of the lobby. She tears again. Quarters. 15 customers freeze. Someone gasps. No one moves. She crumples the 4 pieces and flings them at Marcus's chest. Paper flutters down onto his shoes, his backpack, his dignity. This check is fraudulent, she announces, voice carrying. And you are attempting to commit fraud. Security, escort this man out. I'm calling the police. Marcus doesn't flinch. Doesn't bend to pick up the pieces. Just stands there, phone already recording from his pocket, screen down, mic live. The lobby holds its breath. Then the glass doors swing open. Victor Hale, Regional Vice President, strides in, tailored suit. Confidence of 25 years in banking. He was supposed to be at a meeting 3 blocks away. Decided to drop by unannounced. He sees the scattered paper, sees Marcus. His face drains of color. Mr. Johnson? A beat. Sir. The word detonates. 12:45 p.m. The lobby of Elite National Bank feels smaller now, air thick with shock. Victor Hale stands frozen 3 steps from counter 4, eyes locked on Marcus Johnson. The shreds of the $20 million check lie scattered like confetti at a funeral. 15 customers form a silent semicircle, phones half raised, no one daring to speak. Victor's mouth opens, closes. Mr. Johnson, sir. The second word comes softer, almost pleading. He steps forward, bends, picks up 1 torn quarter. The ink is still wet enough to smudge his fingers. Million. Apex Ventures. His face collapses. What the hell happened here? Karen Ellis straightens, voice sharp with defensiveness. Sir, this man presented a clearly fraudulent check. $20 million. I followed protocol, enhanced verification, security alert. He refused to step aside. I had to protect the branch. Victor's gaze snaps to her. Protocol? He holds up the paper scrap. This is Marcus Johnson, founder of NeuralPath AI. We hosted him at the FinTech Gala last fall. He donated $500,000 to our community tech fund. He's not a fraud risk. He's one of our highest profile clients. Karen's lips part, color draining fast. I didn't recognize him. Marcus finally speaks, voice low and even, the calm of a man who has practiced this restraint his entire life. You didn't need to recognize me. Respect shouldn't come with a name tag or a face you remember from a gala. It should have been there the moment I said good afternoon. Victor winces. Karen's eyes dart to the security guard, then back to her boss. He was aggressive. Started recording. I recorded because Pennsylvania is one-party consent. Marcus cuts in, pulling his phone from his pocket, screen still glowing with the active timer, 003712. And because I've heard the stories, I came prepared. Victor turns to the guard. Stand down, Robert. Then to Karen. My office, now. His tone leaves no room for argument. Karen hesitates, glances at the watching crowd, then walks stiffly toward the back corridor. The lobby exhales. A white woman in her 60s, Evelyn Reed, name tag still clipped to her coat, steps forward quietly. She presses a business card into Marcus's hand. I saw everything, she whispers. If you need a witness, call me. That was wrong. Marcus nods, pockets it. Thank you. Victor turns back to him, hands raised like he's approaching something fragile. Marcus, Mr. Johnson, please, let me fix this. Come to my office. We'll reissue whatever needs reissuing. I'll handle it personally. Marcus looks at the man, then at the paper pieces still on the floor. You can't reissue Apex's check, and I'm not interested in private apologies right now. He bends slowly, gathers the 4 fragments, places them in an envelope from his backpack. Evidence. Proof. Your branch manager just destroyed my property in front of 15 people, called me a criminal, and threw my future at my feet. Sir doesn't erase that. Victor's shoulders sag. I'm sorry. I should have been here sooner. Marcus meets his eyes. You should have trained her better. Or maybe not trained her at all to see a black man with money and assume theft. He turns toward the doors. Behind him, murmurs ripple through the customers. Someone starts clapping, slow, then joined by 2 more. Not celebration. Acknowledgement. Outside, the January air hits like a slap. Marcus walks to his car, hands steady but chest burning. He sits behind the wheel for a long minute, engine off, replaying the audio in his head. Karen's voice. Fraud. Get this black man out. The rip, the flung shreds, Victor's belated, sir. He starts the car, drives home. Lila is at after-school care until 4. The apartment is quiet. Marcus sits at the kitchen table, opens his laptop, uploads the recording to a secure cloud folder. Then he calls Mia Torres, civil rights attorney, old friend from a hackathon years ago. She picks up on the second ring. Marcus? Everything okay? He exhales. No, not even close. He tells her everything. The check, the questions, the rip, the security, Victor's entrance. The word that came 45 seconds too late. Silence on the line. Then Mia's voice, sharp with focus. You have the full recording? Every second. And witnesses? At least one gave me her card. Others saw. Send me everything. Now. This isn't just one bad manager, Marcus. If the pattern's there, we go bigger. He forwards the file, the photos of the shreds, Evelyn's card. While it uploads, he opens a browser tab, searches Elite National Bank Discrimination Complaints. Threads appear. Reddit, Twitter, local forums. Black customers denied loans, excessive ID demands, high-risk flags on routine deposits. Then he notices something else. A leaked internal memo screenshot from 2 years ago. Profile alert app, enhanced due diligence triggers. Facial recognition. Zip code waiting. Inconsistent presentation. His stomach turns. As an AI engineer, he recognizes the architecture. He built systems like this, except his detect fraud, not skin. He closes the laptop. Rage settles into something colder. Resolve. When Lila gets home, she drops her backpack and hugs him. "How is the bank, Dad?" He pulls her close. "Not great, baby, but we're going to make it better." She looks up, serious. "You okay?" He kisses her forehead. "Getting there." Tonight, he'll dig deeper into that app. Tomorrow, he'll decide how loud to get. But the fight has already started. Evening falls over Harlem. Marcus sits at the kitchen table, laptop open, the apartment quiet except for the low hum of the refrigerator. Lila is asleep in her room, homework finished, dreams already underway. The envelope with the torn check pieces rests beside his coffee mug like a wound that hasn't stopped bleeding. He replays the recording one more time. Karen's voice slicing through the speakers. "This check is fraudulent. Get this black man out." The rip. The thud of paper hitting his chest. Victor's belated "sir." Each listen tightens the knot in his stomach, but it also sharpens his focus. Mia Torres calls at 8:17 p.m. "I've listened to it twice. It's clean. Time-stamped, audio quality good enough for court. Evelyn Reed already emailed me her statement. She's willing to testify. We file the formal complaint with the New York State Department of Financial Services tomorrow morning. Discrimination in public accommodation, destruction of property, potential Civil Rights Act violation. We're also requesting discovery on their internal protocols." Marcus exhales. "There's more. I found threads online, dozens of complaints about Elite National. Black customers flagged for enhanced due diligence on deposits under $50K. White customers sail through with one ID, and something called Profile Alert app. Leaked screenshots show it flags based on facial recognition and zip codes. Harlem, Bedford-Stuyvesant, the Bronx, weighted heavier." Mia's voice sharpens. "Algorithmic bias. If that app flagged you automatically, this isn't one rogue manager. It's systemic. Send me those screenshots. I'll add it to the filing." He forwards everything. Then he posts on LinkedIn. Not the full story yet, just enough. "Today I tried to deposit a $20 million check from the sale of the company I built from nothing. I left with torn paper and the reminder that in some rooms, success still doesn't look like me. I'm done staying quiet. If this has happened to you, you're not alone." He hits post. Notifications explode within minutes. Shares climb past 200. Comments flood in. "This happened at my branch last year. They made me wait 45 minutes for a $8K deposit. White guy behind me? 2 minutes. Thank you for saying it out loud." By 9:30 p.m., 3 journalists message him. He replies to one, Jamal Hayes, investigative reporter at the New York Times. They agree to meet tomorrow at a quiet coffee shop on 125th Street. "Off the record first," Jamal writes. "I want the truth, not headlines." Marcus closes the laptop, rubs his eyes. He's about to shut down when his inbox pings. Unknown sender. Subject, "You need this." Attachment, Profile, Alert, Access. Zip. He hesitates. Could be malware, could be bait. But curiosity wins. He scans it with antivirus, clean, opens it on a virtual machine he keeps for testing code. Inside, login credentials for Elite's internal Profile Alert dashboard. A note in plain text. "They trained us to trust the app over our eyes. I can't stay silent anymore. Use it wisely." Marcus's pulse quickens. As an AI engineer, he knows exactly what he's looking at. He logs in through a VPN. The interface loads, clean, corporate blue. Search bar. Customer profiles. He types his own name. Result: flagged at 12:09 p.m. today. Reason: inconsistent presentation detected via facial recognition. High-risk zip code match. Alert level: critical. Confidence score: 87%. Recommended action: enhanced verification or transaction denial. He scrolls deeper. Aggregate data. Over the past 24 months, 78% of flagged profiles belong to customers from majority Black or Latino neighborhoods. 89% of denied or delayed large deposits match non-white facial tags. Bonus incentives tied to fraud prevention metrics. Managers like Karen get extra pay for every high-risk catch. His hands shake, not from fear, from fury. This isn't prejudice dressed as caution. It's code. Code he could have written better, cleaner, fairer. Code that turned his face into a risk factor before he even spoke. He screenshots everything: dashboard views, stats, his own profile alert time-stamped seconds after he approached the counter, exports the data, secures it in an encrypted drive. Mia texts, "Got the files." Holy hell. This changes the game. We're not just suing for one incident. We're exposing a machine built to discriminate. Marcus leans back, stares at the ceiling. The flaw he's carried since his parents died, the instinct to prove himself quietly, to never make a scene, cracks wider. Silence protected the system that profiled him. Staying small kept the peace. But peace at what cost? He thinks of Lila sleeping down the hall. Thinks of the next kid from Harlem who walks into that bank with a dream and a check. Thinks of the app that will flag them before they say hello. Tomorrow, he meets Jamal. Tomorrow, the story goes wider. Tonight, he starts planning how to dismantle the machine. May 1st, 10 o'clock a.m. A small coffee shop on 125th Street. Neutral ground. Marcus arrives early, orders black coffee, sits in the back corner where he can see the door. His phone is on the table, recording app ready, but paused. The screenshots from the profile alert dashboard burn in his mind. His own face tagged critical risk in under 10 seconds. Victor Hale walks in at 10:02. Suit still impeccable, but eyes tired, shoulders lower than they were 2 weeks ago. He spots Marcus, nods once, orders nothing, and sits across from him. "Marcus, thank you for meeting." Marcus doesn't smile. "You said you wanted to make this right. Talk." Victor exhales. "Karen Ellis has been placed on indefinite administrative leave pending full investigation. We've suspended the use of the Profile Alert app branch-wide while we review it. I've personally authorized a replacement check from our side. $20 million certified bank draft, no questions. We'll cover any fees, expedite processing at any branch you choose. And we're prepared to compensate you for the distress. $3 million, confidential settlement. You sign. We both walk away quietly. No press. No further action." Marcus lets the number hang in the air. 3 million. Enough to fund every scholarship he dreamed of for Harlem kids. Enough to secure Lila's future twice over. But the offer tastes like silence bought cheap. He leans forward. "You think money erases the rip? The security guard standing over me like I might run? The 15 people who watched and said nothing until your sir showed up? And now you want me to sign away the chance to expose an app that flagged me before I opened my mouth because my face didn't match their idea of 20 million? Victor's jaw tightens. "How did you?" "I built AI for a living, Victor. Your app isn't magic. It's code. Biased code. Facial recognition weighted against black and brown faces. Zip codes that penalize Harlem. Performance bonuses for every high-risk catch. Karen didn't invent that suspicion. Your bank rewarded her for it." Victor looks down at his hands. "I didn't know the full extent. The app was rolled out as fraud prevention. I thought it was neutral. It's not neutral when 78% of flags hit communities of color. When managers get paid extra to deny people who look like me. You didn't know? Or you didn't ask? Silence stretches. Victor tries again. We can fix it internally. Retrain. Rewrite the algorithm. Give us time. Time is what you've already taken. Time is what the next Marcus loses while you fix it behind closed doors. Marcus pulls out his phone, opens the screenshots, slides it across. Look, my profile alert popped the second the camera saw me. Confidence, 87%. That's not caution. That's programming. Victor stares at the screen, color fading. Jesus. Marcus takes the phone back. I'm not interested in your $3 million or your NDA. I'm filing with the Department of Financial Services today. Class action if others come forward, and they will. My attorney is already talking to Evelyn Reed and 3 more witnesses who reached out after my LinkedIn post. Victor rubs his temples. The board is watching. Stock dipped 7% yesterday on rumors alone. If this goes public, it's going public. Marcus stands. You want to make it right? Start by turning over every line of that app's code, every training data set, every bonus payout tied to fraud catches. Full transparency. Or see me in a hearing room. Victor rises too, voice low. You're making this bigger than it needs to be. No, I'm making it the size it already is. Marcus walks to the door, pauses. Next time a black customer walks in with money they earned, maybe don't wait for a gala photo to call him sir. Make it default. Outside, spring air feels cleaner. Marcus's phone buzzes. Mia. Filing submitted. Press release drafted. Jamal's article drops tomorrow. You sure about going loud? He looks back at the coffee shop. Victor still inside, staring at nothing. Yeah, Marcus says. I'm sure. By noon, his LinkedIn post hits 12,000 shares. Comments pour in. Stories, support, anger. 25 people message Mia's firm with similar experiences at elite branches. The machine is cracking. That evening, Marcus picks up Lila from school. She runs to him, backpack swinging. Daddy, my friend Aisha said she saw your picture online, said you're famous now. He kneels, meets her eyes. Not famous, baby, just not quiet anymore. She hugs him tight. I'm proud of you. He holds her, thinking of the app, the flags, the future he's fighting for. The rally starts tomorrow, June 15th, 9:00 a.m., New York State Department of Financial Services hearing room, Lower Manhattan. Every seat taken. Overflow spills into the hallway where screens stream live. Viewer count climbs past 120,000 within minutes. Commissioner Elena Vasquez presides. Gray hair pulled tight, voice like steel wrapped in velvet. 28 years enforcing fair banking laws. She's seen discrimination cases. Never one quite like this. Marcus sits in the front row beside Mia Torres. Lila waits outside with Evelyn Reed, who insisted on coming. Victor Hale occupies the bank side, flanked by lawyers in dark suits. Karen Ellis is absent, subpoenaed but claiming illness. CEO Laura Grant sits center, chin high, prepared statement folded in her lap. 9:30 a.m. Hearing begins. Commissioner Vasquez. We are here to examine allegations of systemic discriminatory practices at Elite National Bank, including the use of the Profile Alert application in violation of fair lending and equal access laws. Mia calls Karen first, via video link. Karen appears pale, eyes down, sworn in. Mia. Ms. Ellis, on March 14th, did the Profile Alert app flag Mr. Johnson before he reached your counter? Karen hesitates. Yes, the system alerted on facial recognition match. High-risk score. Did you verify the alert independently? Call Apex Ventures as Mr. Johnson requested? No. The app confidence was 87%. Protocol said proceed with enhanced due diligence. Mia introduces bank footage. Timestamp 12:09:15. Marcus approaches. Alert pops on Karen's screen. Red banner. Critical risk. Inconsistent presentation. She doesn't even look up fully before demanding extra ID. Mia. So the decision to suspect fraud was made by software before a word was spoken? Karen. It's designed to protect the bank. Protect it from whom? Mia asks. Silence. Next, Victor Hale, sworn in, sweating under the lights. Mia. As regional VP, were you aware the app disproportionately flagged customers from majority Black and Latino zip codes? Victor. I was told it was race-neutral, data-driven. Mia plays aggregate stats. Marcus extracted 78% flags on POC profiles. Neutral? Victor looks at Laura Grant. I should have questioned deeper. Mia turns to the room. We have expert testimony from Mr. Johnson, an AI engineer who reverse-engineered the app. He'll demonstrate. Marcus takes the stand at 11:45 a.m., sworn in. Calm. He connects his laptop to the courtroom projector, opens a sanitized demo version of the code he preserved. Here's the facial recognition module, he says, voice steady. It scans entrance in real time, matches against a high-value transaction profile. But the training data skews heavily toward lighter skin tones and downtown zip codes. Result? My face, Harlem resident, triggers inconsistent at 87% confidence. Same day, same branch, a white executive deposited $18 million, zero alert, one ID, processed in 4 minutes. He clicks through. Heat maps bloom on screen, red clusters over Harlem, the Bronx, Brooklyn's Brownsville, green over Midtown, the Upper East Side. Commissioner Vasquez leans forward. This is the app currently in use? Was, Marcus corrects, until the suspension. But the code is still there. The bias is baked in. Gasps ripple. Viewer chat explodes. This is insane. Shut down now. Lawsuit incoming. Mia. Mr. Johnson, when Regional VP Hale said, Sir, what did it mean to you? Marcus looks straight into the camera, into 120,000 homes. It meant respect arrived once he recognized me, the gala donor, the successful Black man. But the man who walked in first, the one with my face, my skin, my zip code, he didn't get sir. He got suspicion. That's the core problem. Dignity shouldn't wait for recognition. It shouldn't depend on an algorithm deciding you belong. The room falls silent. Even the lawyers stop typing. Victor shifts uncomfortably. Laura Grant's prepared statement lies untouched. Commissioner Vasquez speaks. The evidence presented shows probable cause for systemic discrimination enabled by technology. The Profile Alert app, as demonstrated, violates equal protection principles. We will recommend immediate shutdown, full audit of training data, and referral to federal authorities for Civil Rights Act review. She looks at Marcus. Mr. Johnson, what outcome do you seek? Marcus meets her gaze. Destroy the app. Mandate independent oversight. Review every delayed or denied transaction from the past 5 years. Compensate victims. And train every employee that respect is default, not earned by the color of someone's skin or the code's approval. Vasquez nods. Noted. The hearing adjourns at 1:15 p.m. Applause breaks out, restrained at first, then swelling. Marcus steps down. Lila runs in from the hall, hugs him fierce. You did it, Dad. He holds her. We did it. Outside, cameras flash. Jamal Hayes' article is already live. Elite Bank's secret algorithm, coded racism exposed in live hearing. Views hit 2 million in an hour. The machine didn't just crack, it shattered. July 1st, 8:45 a.m., New York State Department of Financial Services releases the final order. The document is 47 pages long, but the headlines write themselves. Elite National Bank fined $6.2 million. Profile Alert app permanently decommissioned. Mandatory third-party audit of all algorithms for bias. $4.8 million victim compensation fund established. Public disclosure of every delayed or denied transaction from 2020 onward. Annual demographic reporting required. Individual sanctions. Karen Ellis terminated and barred from the banking industry for 5 years. Victor Hale formally reprimanded, demoted, mandatory retraining. CEO Laura Grant personally fined $750,000 and placed under board oversight for 2 years. Marcus receives the settlement check that afternoon, $1.2 million. No NDA attached. He wires $600,000 to the newly formed Justice in Banking Fund, administered by Mia's firm, to support legal aid for future discrimination cases. The remaining half seeds a new venture, FairScan AI, a nonprofit open-source tool that scans financial algorithms for bias before deployment. He names the scholarship program after his parents, Gerald and Aisha Johnson Scholarships, awarding full rides to Harlem students pursuing STEM. Stock in Elite National drops another 12% in the week following the ruling. Branches see quiet but steady account closures. The bank issues a rare public apology video. Laura Grant, looking directly into camera, says, "We failed our customers. We are committed to change." It feels scripted, but the app is gone. The flags are dead code. September 12th. Marcus walks into a PNC branch in Midtown. New account. Routine deposit. A $750,000 wire from a fresh NeuralPath consulting contract. He approaches the teller, a young woman with a warm smile. "Good morning, sir. How can I help you today?" "Sir," from the first word. No extra ID, no pause, no app in the background deciding his worth. The transaction clears in under 3 minutes. He thanks her, pockets the receipt, and steps back into the September sun. Driving home, he thinks about March 14th, the rip of paper, the flung shreds, the 45 seconds before Sir arrived. He thinks about the hearing room, the projector showing red heat maps over his neighborhood, the silence that followed his words. Dignity shouldn't wait for recognition. Lila is waiting on the stoop when he pulls up. 13 now, taller, sharper eyes. She runs to the car. "How'd it go?" "Default respect," he says, smiling. "The way it's supposed to be." Inside, she drops her backpack. "Was it worth it? All the noise, the fight?" He sits on the couch, pulls her close. "Yeah, baby. It was worth it. Not just for the money. For the kid who walks into a bank next year with a dream and a check, and nobody questions if it belongs to him. For the code that won't flag his face before he speaks. For you, knowing your dad didn't stay small when it mattered." She hugs him tighter. "I'm proud of you." That night, FairScan AI's first beta release goes live. Developers from across the country download it, test it, improve it. Jamal Hayes' follow-up piece runs front page. From torn check to tech reform, how one man stand exposed and ended coded bias. Views hit 8 million. The hashtag #respect default trends for days. Marcus stands at his window, Harlem lights flickering below. The rage that shook him in the car that March afternoon has cooled into something steadier. Purpose. He thinks of his parents, Gerald, who worked factory shifts without complaint, Aisha, who taught him dignity has no price tag. They never got to see NeuralPath sell, but they'd see this. The word "sir" doesn't haunt him anymore. It's just a word again. And when it comes at minute 1. Not too late. Not after recognition. Default. If this story moved you, if you believe respect should never wait for proof, share it. Not for likes. For the next person who needs to know their dignity arrives with them through the door. Because in the end, the biggest checks aren't the ones with commas. They're the ones written in justice.